3 Count Thursday is sponsored by Arena Eats. Log on to the website arenaeats.app, that's arenaeats.app, for the ultimate fan experience. At your favorite sports venue, Arena Eats mobile app, pre-order, express pickup, and in-seat delivery. How do you place your order? Ryan somehow seems to think that this was the actual question of the week, which it was never the question of the week.
I thought that too.
I don't see how. I just asked if we had ever discussed the topic. I guess
we are fickle, and if you ask a question, we think it's the question.
Okay.
I thought it was question of the week too.
Okay, so apparently it was a bonus.
The 3 Count question of the week.
I don't even know where I got the topic. It may have even been like WWE on Fox.
It was because Ryback retweeted it.
Oh, that's right, because Ryback
right.
was an asshole about it. That's
Right.
what it was. So it's best wrestler to never win the WWE Championship. Now, Ryan, I think you may have had an answer earlier. Would you like to keep that? Would you like that answer to be your answer?
Absolutely not. Wasn't deserving.
Oh my God. Do you have an answer, Ryan?
Do I go now? Yeah.
Sure,
because
go
it was the
ahead.
Question of the week. I did a lot of research, and I truthfully believe that Mr. Perfect.
Matt, do you want to answer the question?
God damn it!
A lot of good people you could pick. I said I was going to choose mine in the form of a Funko Pop, and there's actually 4 I have here that could have been possibilities. You have Roddy.
Mm-hmm.
You have DiBiase.
Ooh, okay.
You got Jake the Snake.
You do have Jake the Snake.
But my answer is the bad guy, Razor Ramon.
Ah, okay. All right.
I think that the quality of work he had put in and the storylines he was involved in his heyday probably earned him a title shot and a title reign that I just think it was a missed opportunity back in the day.
Did he ever even... I don't think he ever even had a match for the WWE Championship.
I feel like he wrestled Brett for it.
That's what I was thinking too, but I don't think
At
it was
like a
high
Survivor
match.
Series, maybe?
No, he wrestled Brett. It was a Royal Rumble. I want to say Rumble...
93.
Was Brett the shit? Yeah, I guess he would have been. Yeah, because Yokozuna ended up beating Brett.
Yeah,
For
Brett
the title.
Razor.
Okay, yeah. So Brett Razor. Okay,
Brett Razor at Royal Rumble 93.
that may have been his only one. Like that's hard to believe. Like I mean, when you think about wrestling history, like Scott Hall, Razor Ramon is wow.
Yeah,
But I guess
and that even talks to like how because he was 6-time Intercontinental Champion.
yeah,
and then like left at the height of his powers to go to WCW.
and maybe that was part of it. Is like, you know, that there just came a point where they figured out that he wasn't going to be coming back when the contract came up. So
Yeah.
you know, there's no reason to push him towards a title.
Most people, and rightfully so, know his work in NWO, but I mean, I think if you go back and rewatch, he had some very good, high-quality matches in WWF before he left. And I'm not going to say my honorable mention just because I don't want to steal someone's possibly,
Right.
but I do have an honorable mention that is not available in Funko Pop.
Oh, okay. Does anybody else want to go next? Ryan, I will let you finish. You were saying Mr. P.
It was Mr. Perfect.
Okay.
Is where I was going with the Mr. P. I think I think Ken Jeong agrees with me.
Okay. Am I missing a reference?
No, just
Okay.
no. The answer.
Tim or Mark, do you want to go? Mark?
I'll go ahead and go.
All right, go ahead.
I'm going to go with Paul, Mr. Wonderful Orndorff, because of his feud with Hogan. And Orndorff wasn't the biggest guy, and at that time, Hogan was taking on Bundy and John Studd. So Orndorff was a little smaller in size, which was unusual. But boy, the guy, he had a lot of heat. So I'm going to go with Orndorff.
All right, that's a good one. Yeah, like that era is a little bit lost on me because I'm a little younger than we're a little younger than you, Mark. But that's a good one. Tim, who do you got?
I'm gonna go a little more recent than Mr. Wonderful. But during the Attitude Era, like everybody seemed to have the WWE Championship. Like you had your Mankinds and your Rocks and your Austins and your Triple H's, and they were all like having the title.
Mr. McMahon even won it.
Yeah, Vince McMahon even had the title. Ken Shamrock should have been WWF champion. Like he could have easily taken it from the Rock at rock bottom and lose it at Royal Rumble. Like he could have easily had a small transitional reign, but coming in hot at WrestleMania 13, and like literally pushed Brett on his ass in the as the enforcer
to the Brett and Austin match.
Like printing money with Shamrock from the start. He was a king of the ring. He was an Intercontinental Champion, Hardcore Champion, Tag Team Champion. Why he was never World Champion to me is the only thing I can think of is like I play a lot of what ifs with Ken Shamrock. Like what if Ken Shamrock would have stayed even a few more years? Because you would have had coming into the company in like 99, 2000, you would have had guys like Taz and Kurt Angle that are his size, his speed. And then a year after that, you've got Jericho and the Radicals.
Right.
And Shamrock's still there. Holy shit.
Yeah, that's one I probably would have never thought of, but that actually is a great answer. Truthfully, my answer to this question is and really has always been Roddy Piper. And it to this day it does surprise me that he never got the title. Heck, I think his only WWF title period in before I think he had that tag title run like with the Legends when it was like the Legends versus Jericho. But I think he was only a
Squad.
Oh, right. His only title reign at all was one time Intercontinental, I believe, and then he lost it to Brett at WrestleMania 8.
That was Brett Throat.
Yeah. But so Piper has always been, because like I mean, at least for me, I always just think of him as one of like the top guys from the early like WWF days. But Matt had put up the Funko Pop. Another one that kind of came to my mind is Ravishing Rick Rude. Is one that he had the feuds there with the Ultimate Warrior for the title, and but just again one of those Intercontinental guys that just never went above and beyond. Matt, did any of us hit your honorable mention?
You did not.
What era?
It was like the 2000s.
Tyson Tomko?
Yes.
Oh man.
Was Viscera?
It was not Big Vis.
Is it Christian?
No, but I did think about him.
Christian was a name that did pop into my mind because he did have the big gold, right? He had won the big gold.
Right.
He never actually won.
And he had the ECW title.
Yeah, but he had never actually won the WWE.
What's another hint?
He was a Money in the Bank winner.
Huh.
Jason asked if it's Val Venus. No, that's next week's category of guys who should have never actually had any WWE gold.
RVD absolutely won the WWE championship.
Was it the WWE championship?
Yeah, he beat John Cena.
I thought he had big gold. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, it was the spinner belt.
It was the spinner belt.
It was spinner belt.
So I guess that by proxy, Damian Sandow
It was Mr. Kennedy.
Oh yeah.
Oh
Mr.
shit.
Kennedy.
Okay. Speaking of guys that were douchebags,
Absolutely, but I feel like and this was a time where I wasn't watching, like, invested in it fully, but like he was still a big name in the company,
Right.
and then went on to be a big name at other companies as well, but never had the WWE title.
I don't know if he ever had a title in WWE.
that's a great question.
I think he might have been United States.
Let's say look that up quick. Devin says that he thinks that Piper won the WCW US title. Yeah, I think he did. I was speaking strictly to WWE, the WWE titles, Devin. But you're right, he did win the US title as well. I mean, I know you guys joke. I mean, Owen Hart was an answer that when this topic is brought up, it is one that always comes up to me.
My brother Owen.
Like I just felt in that 90, like it's like 94 to 96, and in that run, I feel like he could have gotten it off of Brett.
SummerSlam 94. That was it.
They should have pulled the trigger on it because
you could have easily gone WrestleMania to WrestleMania.
Yeah.
With him, where Owen wins it at SummerSlam. Then you have Team Brett versus Team Owen, where Owen stacks the deck against Brett and puts like all of Brett's biggest hitters against him.
Yeah.
And Brett has to enlist in like Mr. Perfect and like a couple other random people for 94. Then you have Brett have to run it back to back at the Rumble. And then he actually gets his straight up his single win at the Royal Rumble the year after, instead of giving that to Shawn. And then you go to WrestleMania 11, you still get to Bam Bam and LT.
Sure.
You can still do Shawn and Diesel.
Yeah.
And then you have Owen and Brett because...
And we don't get Brett versus Bob Backlund then, and we're all better for it.
Yeah, and we don't get Owen Hart and Yokozuna versus the Smoking Guns. Is that... I think that was on the card too.
I think wasn't... Oh, no. Next year, the WrestleMania 12 was the Body Donnas on the free-for-all. So, yeah, I think it was the Smoking Guns. Yes. But, yeah.
You remember Sonny.
Well, I mean, Sunny was part of the Body Donnas, and then but she was also with the Smoking Guns, right?
Yeah. She was with 3 straight WWE Tag Team Champions. She was with the Donnas, the Guns, and the Godwins.
3 Count Thursday is sponsored by Arena Eats. Log on to the website arenaeats.app. That's arenaeats.app for the ultimate fan experience. At your favorite sports venue, Arena Eats mobile app, pre-order, express pickup, and in-seat delivery. How do you place your order? So she was a whore, is what you're telling me.
Now
she was.
No. I mean, she was like a whore for the titles.
She was a gold digger.
Her character,
individual.
Yes, that's and that's what I meant. That's what I meant. That is, I didn't mean anything. I didn't mean anything else.
You are
if they have internet in prison, you son of a bitch.
Somebody slip her a copy of this podcast in her birthday cupcake.
Jason says Goddamn soundboard.
China.
China.
I'll just be your soundboard.
He says,
I
all
know
jokes aside, I feel like back
I
in
know
my prime, he said, I never bought into Owen. You really think he had I don't think it was that he necessarily had the fan base, because he was the heel to Bret's face at that point. The story they had from WrestleMania 10 when he beat him, from turning on him at Survivor Series to the reuniting before the Rumble to kicking his.
Bret turned on Owen at Survivor Series.
Bret did no such thing, sir. It was an accident that he.
Wrestling is choreographed, and you mean to tell me Bret accidentally hit somebody off the apron?
Of course. Or no, it was Owen, but Owen knocked Bret into the.
Yeah, so Bret marched his little happy ass right into Owen's way.
Bret was carrying that team, and then Owen went.
You better not let Keith or Bruce hear that.
I think I'm pretty safe if they hear that.
Bruce, no sir. You want sunglasses Bruce Hart just showing up?
If sunglasses Bruce Hart,
he's tapping on the window to your right now. He's trying to move the three count. I gotta
go.
Picture.
Guys, I gotta go.
Did we ever have that one Hart on the show?
No, we never did.
I don't do a Bruce.
No. We were legitimately gonna have Smith Hart, but then it was something to do with the phone connection.
In Canada land.
Yeah, it was Canada to U.S.
Have Smith Hart, holy shit!
And then unfortunately he got cancer and passed away.
Yeah.
So
if you can do a Smith Hart, we might be able to recreate something.
Let me put a word in with the man upstairs.
I appreciate it.
But
God's ears.
But yeah, I think an Owen title run between like 10 and 11 absolutely could have worked. Absolutely.
It was dead. That was like
that storyline was gold, man. It really was.
And you still could have had Diesel versus Shawn be with Pam and Jenny McCarthy.
That's right. I forgot about that.
Easily done that. It's all the same.
Absolutely.
Man,
absolutely.
It's so good. It writes itself.
Are there any other ones that come to mind before we move on? Any other?
I had two more.
Go ahead.
And one would have to, totally rewrite history, and would have had to do the invasion angle correctly. But I think it's a shame that Diamond Dallas Page didn't get what he should have gotten in the WWE. One of the, I think, only 4 Triple Crown winners in WCW, and he was like a European champion in the WWE. Mm-hmm. So kind of got a bum deal there. And again, his age probably played a lot into that.
By Triple Crown champion, you mean world, US, and tag?
I read it on Wikipedia. I don't know.
Are you doing the yogas still? Is that still?
I am still doing the yogas. Yeah,
good.
Yeah.
You're working the diamond. We're all working
diamond.
The diamond.
A nice easy diamond cutter. Yeah. Yeah.
Good.
Today was my off day.
Yeah.
You got to hawk it up at the end. It's a lot of fun. Lots of fun.
A tan hut.
That's so good. Breathe real good.
I really should probably do that. Like I do nothing else.
Yeah, it's pretty good. The energy workout is solid.
Diamond Dozen will freak you up, dude.
Fuck you up. I'll say.
And that's literally so like paced out.
Oh, it's so good.
You're just learning the moves, but it is so much talking, and it'll whoop your ass.
Yeah, it will.
I mean, it also we're also very fat and out of shape, so
for sure.
It's not even that I'm fat and out of shape.
I mean,
it's that like my range of motion is like in negative integers.
I think that plays into fat and out of shape too, right?
Nah, I'm so rigid. Like I'm just like I can't stretch like I'm supposed to.
I feel like that comes down to...
Hey, shut the fuck up.
I'm just saying what I'm saying.
No, because I know there's some fat dudes who can stretch. There's some big dudes who can stretch, and they feels like their bones and their muscles is lubricated, and mine are calcified.
So like big athletes.
I got quick feet.
If you're fucking rolling down a hill.
No, I can run routes. Yo, I'm deceptively nimble.
I'm mega hard.
I'm nimble. I'm
all right.
nimbly bimbly. I'm light on my feet.
You said you had 2, Ryan?
Cesaro.
Yeah. Definitely. I mean, I guess technically speaking, there's still a possibility on that one. Realistically, probably not, but technically.
It fulfills the question. He has never won it.
True. Very good. Yeah. I mean,
how about an old one, Ricky Steamboat?
Shit, yeah.
It's a good one.
That is a good one.
I think the reason he left the company is because they didn't make him world champion. When he came back the second time as the Dragon.
Oof.
Well, he always was the Dragon, but he had more of the Dragon.
Yeah, he was a literal dragon at that point.
He was a dragon.
Fire breathing, even.
Yeah, he had the headpiece and the fire breathing, and he had like the scaled tights.
And then he claimed to hate doing that, and then he took it to WCW, and he was breathing all over everything too.
He's a really down to earth guy, though. Like I met him at a Comic-Con when Daniel Bryan was there, and the two of them had like a Q&A, and everyone was obviously just asking Daniel Bryan questions, and he'd be like, Ricky, what do you think? And he's just like, he had like awesome stories and just like a ton of knowledge about the business.
Well, he was super cool at LCW or KPW, one of the PWs, and it was it still LCW at that point? I can't remember. All I remember is like I went out to like clear streamers, and I like squatted down by the ring, and he decided, like, I didn't know that he was like gonna do like a 40-minute thank you promo, or at least what it felt like when my fat ass was crouching by the down by the barricade.
You could have done your DDPY at that point.
I certainly could have. My God. But yeah, he was super cool then too. So yeah, that's another good one. Devin has a good one. The British Bulldog.
He could have won it multiple times.
He absolutely could have won it multiple times. Yeah, definitely a missed opportunity there. So a good fun topic, I think. But let
me surprise you here. That was still Lancaster Championship Wrestling.
There it is. It still was. Our pal Snitsky there, I saw on the poster.
Not his fault.
Definitely not his fault.
You paid money for a DVD, huh?
No. This was the LCW.
The program.
The programs.
I thought you horked the DVD when Monty went out for his 47th cigarette in an hour.
I never bought these, but I would always go over and say, "Hey, we need one to talk about the show and who's on the card," and that's how I stole them.
Put them right out of business.
Yeah, way to go, Ryan.
Right out of
Thanks,
business.
Ryan.
The Lancaster,
killing all those trees.
The Lancaster wrestling empire fell because of you.
Stealing programs like an
one program at a time.
All right, let's.
Petty theft is a crime.
Three Count Thursday is sponsored by Arena Eats. Log on to the website arenaeats.app. That's arenaeats.app for the ultimate fan experience. At your favorite sports venue, Arena Eats mobile app, pre-order, express pickup, and in-seat delivery. How do you place your order?